Howdy. That's the greetings in these parts, and when you come to College Station, Texas, you know that the Aggies are ready to gig 'em. Kyle Field will be swaying and electric for this one. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on a team recharged after a much-needed bye week, the Texas A&M Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. He'll bring it out. It's Vincent. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Kansas will be in a hole thanks to that short return. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes it all go, and that's this quarterback.
And he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
And to get rid of it quickly. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Finds his big tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Steps away. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And come on now, O-line. You got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one to get you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Jayhawks are rolling down the field. He wants to throw. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They go to the draw. Jumped on top of the pile.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small game and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down and shoot. And I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And guys, this can be a great time to look for a big play on 2nd and inches. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They're setting the tone on this opening drive. 10th play coming here on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. And the Jayhawks will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense will get the ball for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key to their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized, and they have to play well for their team to succeed.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Now facing a third and long. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Fires and picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's the danger about being in a third and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires on the move. Pulls it in. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. The Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room. He's got 1 down to the 12. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
These quarterbacks that just bounce and bounce and bounce and pull the ball down and make plays. Defensively, you just got to keep coming. You can't get tired. You can't get frustrated, really. It's the frustration that gets to you because they keep making plays and keep getting first downs. Got another opportunity coming up, first.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And that is just what you want. You get a 1st and goal situation defensively, and you can get a sack and get a good loss, put them out of an easy running situation. Nice job by the defense.
He caught it. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved, get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Trying to power it in. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. Never a doubt. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Hand off from the shotgun. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the...
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. That's the end of the quarter. Kansas has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They move the tight end all over. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback checking off. They believe they can run right here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You want to end the play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Wide open downfield. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. A&M comes back out with another first down. He wants to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Mayo. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that's going to give us a tie ball game. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good, they're really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Slips through the line. Touchdown, Aggie. How about that special teams play? Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
The kickoff team is out there after that punt return for a touchdown. They'll try to pin him deep. Bringing it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up.
Ball's free. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
You know, these running backs have to keep 5 points of pressure on the ball, especially against this defense that prides themselves on creating takeaways, and the offense, real lucky they jumped on that one.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Give to the back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
Running it back. It's Linderbaum. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution, put a touchdown on the board.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
You know, you start day 1 in training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Coates.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Pulls it and fires to the left. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, the freshman lucky that one didn't get picked off. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Back open in the middle. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Nice job by the running back there on that angle route against zone coverage. He wasn't in a hurry. He was able to sort of find the soft spot in the defense and just gear down, make himself an easy target.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. The pull and throw off the RPO.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. New center down's right on the doorstep for this offense. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football. Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Already up to add another.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Kansas offense returns to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Got it in the middle. It's Clemens. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He's going to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. Still running at the 40. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Going up top on first down. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. He's looking to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet. When you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
He lobs one high down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in College Station for a fun first half than you? And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
And the Jayhawks will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Pressure coming. We'll see if they can dial up one that works this time on 2nd down from the 14. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they're leading by 2 possessions offensively, and that could have been a game-changing play right there. That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He's very lucky that was not intercepted.
And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold it.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. He turns that loose down the right side. And he breaks into the open. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Aggies. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Kansas gets the ball back and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession again. The offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Trying to find his man on first down. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. After the missed connection, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Got him downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Find my guys quickly, know my matchups, get them the football, and let them do the rest. So many playmakers now in football. I'm trying to get it to him as fast as possible so he can do that.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Snags it over the middle. Tackled immediately after the catch.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
That's caught. It's Clemens. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Brought down after a 5-yard gain down to the 7.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Flushed out of the pocket. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Looking to the end zone. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his 2nd of the day, this one from 23. Absolutely perfect. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Oregon has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 24 over BYU. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Just buried it.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Breaks the tackle. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. And the Aggies getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for
you. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They go to the ground. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football.
Touchdown, Aggie! And the punishment has been extended.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Kansas offense returns to the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's right on target. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
When you're a QB and you have enough time to take out a sandwich and finish the sandwich before you have to make a pass down the field, that's a good day at the office.
Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. Clock winds inside, a minute to play here in the third. Dialing up a second down pass play. Pocket starts to collapse. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Gets it out fast. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Time to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna run it. It's Coates. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive fires the pass, intercepted. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. He'll start this drive firing. He's got it. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. And they force a negative play.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Buys a little time with his feet. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on fourth down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
Quickly to the tight end. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge game down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, great tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Quarterback will audible. The run to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone. I
agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. 1st down and 10. Looking to move it through the air. The quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Coming after him. Catch in the middle, it's Clemens. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free 1st down and some yardage. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. They'll run the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Jayhawks are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got an open man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the Jayhawks trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Using the quick game. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He makes a grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding, offense.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Here's the handoff. He hits that hole. It opened up for him as he gets 6 and all the way out to the 9-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
The Aggies with the 1st and 10. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Line getting set on second down. And the quarterback takes a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They've dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the part each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort,